Hi guys and welcome back. Teddy and I, say hello, Teds,
Hello there.
are taking you to one of the most famous landmarks in the world, and that is Stonehenge, as you can see here in the video. A giant circle of prehistoric stones standing in the middle of a Wiltshire countryside field. So somehow attracting over 1 million visitors every year. Now, let's be honest for a second. On paper, this is basically a very old pile of rocks in a field. And yes, we paid money to see them, and the tickets are between £25 and £30 per adult, depending when in the season you go. And for children between the age of 5 and 17, that could be £15 to £18. So, but back to the stones. These stones are over 4,000 years old, so there's clearly something special about them. People have travelled here for centuries trying to work out exactly why they were built.
Stonehenge is located on Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, around 8 miles north of the city of Salisbury. The earliest parts of the monument date back to around 3000 BC, which means Stonehenge was already ancient when the pyramids of Egypt were being built. What makes this place even more impressive is that some of these giant stones were transported from Wales, around 150 miles away. Imagine moving massive rocks that weighed several tons without modern machinery, trucks, or even wheels in some cases. That alone is mind-blowing.
Nobody knows exactly why Stonehenge was built, and that mystery is part of what keeps people fascinated by it. Some historians believe it was used as a burial ground. Others think it may have been a giant calendar linked with movements of the sun. Every year during the summer solstice, the sunrise lines up perfectly with the stones, and thousands of people still gather here to watch it happen. And of course, there are always more unusual theories, like aliens, lost civilizations, ancient giants placing the stones on the top, because apparently humans can never just accept that prehistoric people were clever enough to build impressive things themselves.
Our interesting fact is that Stonehenge wasn't always protected the way it is today. In the early 1900s, people could actually walk right up to the stones, touch them, even picnic beside them. In fact, entry used to be free for many visitors before modern visitor controls and ticket systems were introduced. Over time, damage from tourists climbing on the stones became a serious problem, so barriers and restricted access were eventually put in place to help preserve the monument. Today, most visitors view the stones from a path around the site instead of walking directly between them.
So, who actually owns Stonehenge today? Well, the monument itself is owned by the Crown, but it's managed by English Heritage, who look after the site and the visitor's experience. The surrounding land is owned by the National Trust. Together, they preserve this ancient site for future generations. And honestly, preserving it is probably not cheap, which may explain why we've all paid quite a lot of money to see it and stare at a pile of rocks in this windy old field.
Even though it might sound funny saying we paid to see stones, when you stand here in person, it does feel different. There's something strange and powerful about seeing a monument that has survived for thousands of years of weather, wars, and changing civilizations. Nobody alive truly knows what the builders intended, and that mystery gives Stonehenge an atmosphere you don't really get from modern attractions.
Whether you think Stonehenge is an incredible wonder of the ancient world or just Britain's most expensive rock collection, it's definitely one of those places you should probably see at least once. If you've visited Stonehenge before, it took us 3.5 hours to get here from where we live, so we split the break up with a stay in a great old hotel called the Bear Hotel in Devizes, and we have got another video just on the a review for this hotel, so I'll put up the thumbnail now if you'd like to go, and a link in the description if you'd like to go and view that. Our funny review of the hotel.
By the way, it's haunted.
Well, yes. I just want to say, the entrance where you begin in the visitor centre, there is a cafe for, sort of overpriced coffees and teas and drinks and sandwiches and things, because you are basically a captive audience in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, be prepared to pay. And there is an exhibition there that always sort of ends you up coming out through the gift shop, so be prepared to part with some money there. But overall, the experience is very good. They've tried to sort of commercialise it more, and there is more attractions to see, like the mud huts that you can see.
Near Avebury.
Yeah, it's near over, yeah. But so you can see mud huts you can go around, and you kind of have an example, as you can see now, of how they actually move these stones on logs, which is interesting. So as a team of men and women must have pulled these massive stones, some weighing like 30 tons. I believe we've got another video on another channel of Avebury, which is Britain's and Europe's largest stone circle, and some of their stones there can weigh anywhere between 60 and 100 tons. So Stonehenge is quite lightweight in comparison. But yeah, so these are these mud huts that I was talking about, which you can freely walk around, and you can pay for guided tours that will talk you through what they would have been used for and what life was like living inside one. So yeah, that was interesting, and they are building a hall at the moment in traditional wooden structure that you can see now, which would have been like a meeting hall for the elders. So it is interesting, and like I said,
it's a good experience.
Yeah, it's a good experience. And how would we rate this experience? Well, it's a good place to tie in on the way to somewhere else, because you can quite literally walk around the whole of Stonehenge. Well, it depends how quick you walk. You could do it in half an hour or a bit longer, but you either have to walk to Stonehenge through the fields, or you get a shuttle bus. So that's interesting in itself, that it's a growing attraction. They're going to add more to it so they can keep you there for longer, but don't expect to have a full day there. Well, you can spend a whole full day there, but you might get a little bit bored. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye from me, and bye from
Teddy.
Bye for now.
See you later.